a full week on Weight Watchers Blue Plan, and I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts on it so far. So far so good. I've kind of been thinking of the points as like a food allowance, and that might sound kind of silly, but you know, typically if you have cash in your pocket and you go out shopping, you're not going to spend over what you have in your pocket, right? So that's kind of how I've been thinking about it. Like the 29 points that I have are, you know, 29 food dollars, and each food item has a certain amount. Can you say hi, Lila?
Hi.
You got sleepy hair. You want to say hi?
Hi.
This is Lila. Eating some Cheerios for breakfast. They don't like MILK on it, so. But it hasn't affected anything to do with like family eating. I don't think the girls have really, you know, been affected by, you know, how I've been making meals. Yesterday morning I made like an egg scramble, so I cut up veggies, some peppers, some onions, some tomatoes, and did it with the eggs, and then I cut up some ham, and then sprinkled just a tiny bit of shredded cheese on the top, and it was really good. The girls ate it really well, even though there was veggies in it, so it went over really well. And I think that I can kind of sneak some of the veggies into places where they typically hadn't been. Like typically they would only eat plain scrambled eggs, not stuff on the scrambled eggs. So they definitely like ham though. We had ham for dinner one night and they just loved it, didn't you? Did you like the ham? Yeah, you like the ham? Yeah. And so yeah, I think the first week has gone really, really well, and obviously I've lost weight, so that was the whole point of it, is to, you know, try to curb the nutritional side. And it's winter here in Minnesota, so obviously I can't go out for any runs yet, but I do plan that once the weather starts, you know, getting more and more decent, can get outside a little bit more. So the new farm, the driveway is 1/3 of a mile long, so, you know, going up and down it twice, you know, I would go over a mile. So that is something to look forward to, is being able to like run out here on our property. So the property that we bought is just a tiny bit over 6 acres, and I think the tiny bit over is the driveway. So I told my husband that I would really love for us to make kind of like a running path on the outer perimeter of the property, just so that, you know, I don't have to go up and down the driveway every single time. So that's something to look forward to in a future video. Maybe I can get that all completed and take you guys on that. And then I realized when I was making my video that there was a couple other things that have happened since the last time I made a video. So one of the most exciting that you should have noticed if you were had previously been watching my channel is that I got another tattoo on my foot. So you would have seen that in the weigh-in picture of me on the scale. So I actually won that tattoo in a raffle. Well, not a raffle, but like she did like a free tattoo drawing where you gave the idea and then she picked one tattoo to give for free. She does it yearly. Her name is April Tanner. She was previously in Fairchild, Wisconsin. I think now she moved somewhere. I don't remember if it was like Arizona or Texas, or I'd have to double check that. But she's an amazing artist, and it was so cool that out of all the ideas that she was pitched, she chose mine. So I made a 4-hour trip to go visit her, and it was really, really good. It was just amazing, and I felt so honored and lucky to have been picked for that. It was really cool. And then another thing happened this last fall. So my daughter, I know I've shared this on previous videos about my daughter doing theater. Every year in the summer she does the week-long theater program, and where they basically go in on Monday they audition for parts, and then they practice 5 hours a day every day of that week, and then Friday they have a performance, and then Saturday they also have a performance. So she has only ever experienced that kind of play, so I was trying to encourage her to try out for another play. Well then, locally, the community theater had auditions for, I forget what they called it, but it was basically kind of like a highlight of all kinds of famous songs. So it was a lot of singing, a lot of dancing, not a lot of like line memorization. So I thought that because she's such a lover of singing, that she would really enjoy that. Well, then we went and auditioned together because she insisted that if she does it, that I had to audition with her, which I love to sing too. So I was like, okay, let's do it. So we went and auditioned. Well, then we stopped back because she thought of another song she wanted to audition for. And when we stopped back, they said there wasn't enough people who came to audition, so they didn't think they would be able to have it. So then we were super disappointed. Well, then it turns out the next town over was doing The Little Mermaid. So we decided that we would go audition for that. And so she ended up being cast as the understudy for Flounder, so she didn't actually get to play Flounder. And then she was also one of the sea creature ensembles, which most of the younger kids were. And then, like I said, she said that she would also want me to audition, so I auditioned and ended up with Flotsam, who is Ursula's, like, one of the eels. And it was an awesome experience, and I definitely think I'm going to try to audition to other plays. Yeah, it was just a really good experience, and it put me outside of my comfort zone, and you know, I was singing and choreography, learning lines. It was just a lot of fun. And did you like to see Mommy in The Little Mermaid? What song did Mommy sing? Sweet Child. Yeah, that was a good song, wasn't it? So the shirt that I'm wearing right now is actually my Little Mermaid shirt. And then, can I show them the back of my shirt? And then on the back of my shirt, it says Flotsam. I don't know if you can see it. So this is my cast shirt.
Look at me.
Yeah, Little Mermaid.
It's
It's a little messy right now because I've been wearing it while I work on my projects here at the farm, but that's okay, right? It's okay.
Yeah.
So the last thing that I thought of that has happened is that we were in a car accident. So I had gotten a new truck, well, not a new truck, but a new to me truck, and about 3 weeks later we were driving to a dentist appointment for the girls, and I was driving forward, and all of a sudden I was still moving forward, but my truck was slowly turning like this, and it was just the scariest thing ever. There was an oncoming truck, and I blared down on my horn to warn them that I couldn't stop, and they tried to turn towards the ditch and ended up sliding. So when we collided, it was my tailgate against this side, their driver's side of their truck. So the insurance totaled out the truck I'd only had for 3 weeks, and luckily none of us were hurt. No one in the other truck was hurt. I was sore for probably 3-4 days just from whiplash. It made me really anxious to drive, and I feel better about it now. I'll feel even better about it when it's not winter anymore. But yeah, it's been a good first week, and I feel pretty confident that I'm going to reach my goals. So later this week, I think I'm going to be posting a video all about my goals. It has helped me when I have written them out, so I'm going to try to find some tag board and like write out my goals like I have done previously. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.